Hello and welcome back. Please help me welcome tonight's special guest. We have the 41st President of the United States of America, the Honorable George Herbert Walker Bush.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. It's an honor to have you here.
The honor is mine.
I just have a few questions, if you don't mind me asking.
Hi. By all means, please ask.
Excellent. So let's start off by asking, where were you born?
I was born on June 12, 1942 in Milton, Massachusetts, but that's not where I was raised. I was raised in Greenwich, Connecticut.
That's fascinating. So we all know your parents were Prescott and Dorothy Bush. Well, what are your siblings? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have 4, actually. My 3 brothers, Prescott, Govt, and John, and my sister Nancy.
What about your family now? I hear you have a kid and a wife, I understand?
Ah, yes. My beautiful wife, Nancy, my beautiful daughter, Dorothy, and my 4 sons, John, Neil, Marvin, and of course George, who I'm sure you all know.
That's nice. What about your childhood? How did you spend your life as a child?
Well, when I was 12, my parents sent me to Phillips Academy, and they gave me many responsibilities while I was there, and I graduated from there in 1942.
I heard you served in the U.S. military.
Yes, correct. I proudly served in World War II.
Thank you for your service to this country, sir.
You're welcome.
So what did you do after the war?
Well, first I got married to my lovely wife, and soon after I was accepted to Yale.
Yale University?
Yes, Yale. And I graduated in just 2.5 years, in 1948, because I was part of an accelerated program, and I got a bachelor's of arts degree in economics.
That's incredible. And what did you do afterwards?
Well, in 1964, my political career really took off. I got elected to be the chairman of the Republican Party for the Harris County, Texas.
You must have been really proud of yourself.
Extremely. And shortly after that, I got into Congress for a few years, and then I became the U.S. UN ambassador.
And I heard you were the director of the CIA as well.
Yes, but not for long, because I was chosen by Ronald Reagan to be his vice president.
Yes, but now, as I recall, for 2 terms?
Yes, sir, that is correct. And then I ran for president.
Did you win?
Yes, I won. I was sworn in 1989.
How did you beat the Democratic nominee, Mitchell Duncan?
Well, my platform was based around believing in prayers in school, being against capital punishment, being for gun rights, and against abortion.
And how many votes were there?
Well, I won 40 states, but I only had 53% of the popular vote, and I had 426 electoral votes.
So then you and Vice President Dan Klinke were in the White House for how many terms?
Just 1.
Well, at least you got in there at all.
Yeah, that's what's important.
Now let's talk about your cabinet. Who were some of the important people you chose to help you?
Well, I initially chose James Baker as my Secretary of State, but I promoted him to the Chief of State. But I replaced him with Lawrence Eagleburg, and of course there's my good buddy Dick Cheney.
We all know the Chief of Staff has a very important role, so how do you entrust and fulfill that position?
Well, I chose John Funnell, but I got rid of him. After him, I picked Sam Skinner, but I got rid of him too. So then I picked someone I knew I could trust, my former Secretary of State, John Baker.
That's very interesting, hearing about the news of the president's roles, and I was sitting here wondering to myself, well, what exactly are their roles, and what do they do?
Oh, it'd be a pleasure. Well, first you have Commander-in-Chief. Now, what that lets do is have control over military forces to a point, of course.
And I'm imagining that's something that you did quite often, with the Gulf War and everything.
Oh, yes, I did indeed. And then we have Chief Executive. All that means is that I'm the boss of all the other people in the executive branch.
That's simple enough.
And then there's Chief Diplomat. Now, what that means is that I'm the face of America, if you will.
So you meet with foreign leaders and negotiate treaties and such, is that correct?
No worries. Are there any other special kind of powers